Hey friends, welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my experience at Cisco's flagship event, Cisco Live, that was held in Melbourne in Australia. But before we get to the video, I just want to give a massive shout out to my line manager, Jason, who made this trip a success. There were a few hiccups, but in the end, he managed to pull it through. And to my colleague, Chawa, who was the man behind the camera, who made most of these interviews a success. So once again, I hope you're going to enjoy the video. The journey started with a 4-hour flight from Perth to Melbourne. Now, for those who know me, I'm not a great fan of flying, but I had to endure the 4-hour flight. Yes, Australia is that big. We arrived in Melbourne around about midnight, caught a taxi straight to the hotel, and lucky for us, our hotel was a few minutes walk from the Melbourne Convention Centre where the event was being hosted. Day one started with registration for the conference, where we collected our passes for the event along with some Cisco Live merchandise. As day one was mainly focused on sessions for management, I took this opportunity to interview guests that were arriving to seek to understand what it is that they were looking forward to at Cisco Live 2023 and what was their advice on those that are starting their career in networking. For most of the people that I interviewed, they were looking forward to the new technologies that Cisco are laying out that will basically dominate the industry for the next 3 to 5 years. And as for advice on upcoming network engineers, their advice was labs, and labs. Focus on practical skills. There is no point in being certified when you don't have the necessary hands-on skills. This was followed with a tour of the Cisco World of Solutions, which is the main conference room where different vendors were showcasing different technologies. From capture the flag challenges for those that were interested in going through different challenges on different Cisco technologies. So you had wireless, routing, switching, firewalls, anything that you could think of, DevNet. As long as it was a Cisco product, there was a capture the flag challenge for it. This was also followed by proctored exams, where those that were interested in writing exams at Cisco Live were able to write their certification exams. For those that are not aware, when you buy a ticket for Cisco Live, it comes with a free exam and you can use that at Cisco Live. So that's one of the reasons why you should attend Cisco Lives. There were labs and live classes for different technologies. And the one that is behind me is the Cisco DevNet for those that are interested in learning about coding in Cisco devices. Next was the AWS lecture on deploying Cisco networks in a cloud environment. This was targeted towards organizations and engineers that are managing networks in the cloud. This lecture was followed by Hank's presentation on automation for engineers who don't want to code. I'm not a great fan of coding, so definitely this was the presentation for me. I guess the attendance also confirmed that I'm not alone. What is dCloud?
dCloud is Cisco's demo cloud platform. It's a platform that powers all of our walk-in labs, instructor-led labs, demos. We've got over 300 different labs and demos available for anybody to use, customers, partners, anybody that's interested in any of the Cisco solutions.
And the great part of it is it's free, and you can check them out on www.dcloud.com. And next was the Meraki, which is Cisco's enterprise cloud managed platform, where all devices are managed through their cloud dashboard. I had a chat with Fletcher, one of their solutions architect in Meraki, and I asked Fletcher what was his advice for those that are starting their career in networking. And once again, his advice was get hands-on experience through labs. One of the key reasons why we made the trip to Cisco Live was Cisco's technical breakout sessions. So for those of you who don't know what a breakout session is, just basically a presentation on different Cisco technologies by some of the leading experts, and also giving you a platform to be able to ask questions. And boy, did I have many questions. My first technical breakout session was unleashing the power of Thousand Eyes, one of Cisco's network visibility products, which allows you to monitor your network and have visibility so you're able to see the performance of your applications. And we are using Thousand Eyes. So this was an opportunity for us to kind of gain more and much better knowledge on the tool. Next, it was the official launch and the keynote for Cisco Live 2023. The vibe in the arena was electric, and knowing that I was amongst some of the best minds in the country was a great feeling. For once in my life, I considered myself as someone that maybe could be intelligent. Who knows? This year's theme was Let's Go. And the main theme that Cisco was trying to communicate was that they are shifting from being an excellent hardware company that makes switches, routers, firewalls, telephony, to becoming a platform company, a software company, and a data analytics company. And if I were to summarize their vision for the next 5 to 10 years, it's in these 3 blocks. And that vision is basically supported in the acquisition that Cisco has made in the recent past. The first was Thousand Eyes, which basically gave them access to telemetry and application performance data across multiple applications worldwide. Meraki, which is Cisco's cloud enterprise management solution, and the acquisition of Splunk, which is the biggest data and log collector in the world. And as you can see, there's a huge focus on transitioning to being software platform and data company than a hardware company. So they're betting their future on data analytics and building an ecosystem that allows you to access all your devices from switches, routers, firewalls, wireless, all from one dashboard. And here's the speech from the Cisco Vice President for Asia Pacific.
So today, sure, we deliver speeds and feeds. We hopefully deliver the best hardware and the best infrastructure in the world. We're an incredible hardware company, but we're a platform company, a software company, a services company, and a security company. And that's what we're aiming to do. So in closing this session, enjoy Cisco Live. Learn, grow, challenge us, ask questions. The world of solutions is now open. Go to the breakouts, give us your feedback, and have a great week. Thank you, everybody.
Now, what's an event without food? There was a whole area of food served in the main hall. But for me, it was back to more technical sessions. And the next session was programmability skills for engineers who don't want to code, presented by the famous Hank Preston. The main focus of this breakout session was to find tools that engineers can use to automate the network without the need to code using tools such as Ansible. This was followed by deploying SD access. I was very keen on this one because we are currently in the middle of deploying our SD network. Also, we had experienced weird issues and I had so many questions that I wanted to be answered. And I can safely say that I wasn't disappointed by the tech engineers because they answered almost all the questions that I had. A lot of learning and more breakout sessions. I guess that was the whole point of the trip after all. They say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It was time to get back to the world of solutions for more interviews. First, it was with Quinn from Cisco U. Quinn, tell me about the Cisco DevNet. What's happening in that space?
So DevNet kind of was an evolution of being able to say, as we transition away from being able to do CLI and everything, we need to be able to do things faster, more efficiently, and really connect systems together. We have areas where we store information, we have areas where we need that information to be programmed in other places. How do we connect that with glue? And that was where DevNet came out of. We're building things together and connecting disparate systems with some code.
Next, it was the RackMount booth, a company that specializes in rack-mount solutions for Cisco's small devices such as Meraki firewalls that do not fit your standard cabinets. And from the conversation that I had with the founder, he built this company out of frustration of not having a product that suited the needs of that particular segment of the market. That was all the technical bits for the day, and it was time to explore Melbourne on the banks of the Yarra River, taking in the view of the city landscape. And what is Melbourne without music? A symbol of it being a cosmopolitan city with Cisco Live booming all over. We had a few dinner invitations and socializing and catching up, and it was time to call it a night. By the time I looked at my watch, probably it was about midnight. Day 2, I'm sure you're probably aware, it was back to more technical breakout sessions. Once again, SD access was the topic of the morning, and this time we're looking at best practices, and Mahesh delivered an exciting presentation answering some of the crucial questions that we had in regards to our deployment. I swear, these sessions made the trip worth it. After the breakout session, it was back to interviews, and this time I had Red Education, one of the Cisco learning partners that delivers training on Cisco certifications such as CCNA, CCNP, and they also provide vendor certifications such as Fortinet and Palo Alto. So if you're looking for training, you can contact them on www.rededucation.com. This is not sponsored, but Red Education, if you're watching this, just get in touch. We can have a conversation out of this. Next, it was another Cisco learning partner, Horsley, who also delivers Cisco certification training. They recently celebrated 50 years of delivering network training. And if you have any Cisco Learning credits, you can reach out to them at horsley.com.au. After the interviews, it was back to class, aka breakout sessions. This time, it wasn't related to SD access. One of my favorite troubleshooting tools, packet captures, and it was delivered by Frankie. We got to learn the secret packet capture commands that you can run on Cisco devices. We were privy to all the backend information that tech engineers use to be able to troubleshoot issues. I wish I could say that was my last breakout session for the conference, but it wasn't. However, it was the last one for the day, and it was time to let loose. I guess this is the part that my line manager is not meant to find out about, but hey, it was a nice feeling to see all those great minds letting their guard down from all the CLI firewall stuff and just having a good time. The atmosphere was electric and the DJ was on point. But for some of us, it was time to call it a night and to take a walk back to the hotel. As you know it, the next morning, another breakout session. Back again to my favorite topic, SD access. And this time, the focus was troubleshooting on SD networks. We had a look at the Lisp protocol, endpoint registration, and by now I was fully equipped and ready to come back home and conquer our network. As it was the last day of the conference, it was time for the closing keynote and soaking up the experience.
Cisco keynote, Joe Berkey.
Every innovation that ever existed in the world was, at some point, considered impossible until someone said, "Let's go."
Stay tough. Let's go.
So what are my key takeaways? Cisco Live is an event that anyone who's serious about networking needs to attend at least once in their lifetime. I can't explain the feeling, but you need to experience it for yourself. But all I can tell you is that you're not going to regret it. There's a lot to learn and there's a lot to take in as much as the experience of attending the event. So once again, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.